Previously, we've seen her tear apart Danny Gonzalez's elaborate facade into the secrets behind the operations that he innocently calls Grey. What's next, you ask? Today, with the help of Rhonda, we're delving into the world of YouTube comedians once again, but this time, it's gonna be more intense. Hello, my name is Rhonda. Our supposed target today is codyko, which if you don't know who he is, here's an overview. He's a pretty-eyed bloke, started on Vine, made it to YouTube. He's a sidekick, that's the skinny penis dude. The two abandoned their promised careers as computer engineers to come together and form a comedy duo that specializes in YouTube commentary. YouTube. He seems to be a pretty standard, funny guy, social media savvy, right? No.
God, this is so bad.
Take a closer look and you'll find something off about this sly son of a wanker. First of all, his fan base is a running joke that he's an old man desperately trying to be young and youthful. A joke that he seemingly detests. Secondly, he has built an entire career around roasting other people, yet he's actually pretty well liked and doesn't boast the reputation of a hater. My investigations today will include the nature of codyko's jokes. We'll observe some of his most popular videos, analyze their content, and try to uncover the secret behind his age. Starting with I can't do this. Starting with the titles, you can see that his titles used to be pretty intense. However, slowly scroll up and you'll see that his titles have gotten pretty much more mellow as time progresses. You will also see that many of these titles allude to a social media platform. Interesting. It's almost like he cares deeply about these websites and apps and wants us to associate his online persona with them. But I guess we'll see. Moving on. You may have heard the phrase, to understand a man, you must first watch his older videos probably. So that's where we're gonna start today.
What's up, it's Cody, and today I want to talk about something very, very important. Something that's just getting worse by the day. And I'm not talking about my social relevance. I'm talking about the Instagram Explore page. Look at this picture I took of my Instagram Explore page the other day. Look at that screenshot. What the is that shit? It's garbage. Whatever, we all know the Instagram Explore page has been 50% memes and 50% videos of people working out for some reason for like a year now. I'm not gonna focus on that. What I want to focus on are the little channels that Instagram suggests to you as you scroll down, little channels of videos, particularly the one titled Comedians.
About a minute in, we notice that Cody has already shown us 4 screenshots of the Instagram Explore page. He shows us the messy and eclectic nature of the Explore page by commenting that it looks like garbage. Now, if you know what garbage looks like, you know that although there's probably hundreds of items contained in garbage, you view it as a collective and only pay attention to the items on top since they're the most easily accessible to our eyes. This is precisely what Cody is getting at. He even guides us in the later screenshots with an arrow and the darkening of other panels, showing Instagram's algorithmic tendency to highlight one particular post. The question has to be asked then, what doesn't Instagram want us to pay attention to? Let's take a closer look at each of these screenshots. In this picture, if we ignore the big red arrow, the big red text, the big red circle, and try to look at other posts, you'll notice a video of Liza Koshy in the top right corner with the text, "Don't drink alcohol, kids." Liza Koshy, as we all know and love, has become somewhat of an icon for YouTube. And alcohol, as we also know and love, can change someone's behavior through time. After ingesting alcohol, from what I've told, absolutely not from personal experiences, you generally start to feel good and uninhibited before the crash, after which it's all downhill from there. Relating this back to YouTube, and we can see that Cody is using this picture to subtly hint at YouTube's policy change through time. Changes that continue to get worse after this video was published. Let's see if we can find similar messages in other screenshots. Reference to time, referencing how the same thing can change over time. Oh, this one's tricky. Real tricky. I thought my claim was falling apart until I really carefully took the time to examine each post looking for Cody's subliminal message, and lo and behold, here it is. If you take a look at this guy's shirt, you'll see the word slow, referencing not only the slowness in which we were able to decipher this inconspicuous message, but also the gradual and procedural nature of YouTube's policy change. We've spent all this time talking about social media and YouTube and time and change, yet we can't really identify changes without comparisons, and because of that, we're gonna bring in a more recent codyko video and compare the two side by side.
Hello everyone, today I'd like to talk about Instagram, a lesser known app that's just filled with tons of really cool and interesting videos and memes, stuff that'll make you say, wow, where has this been all my life?
Wow, so much information in just 9 seconds. You've done it again, you codyko, genius you. Instead of calling out Instagram as shitty trash and being all around more direct, we see Cody employing a kind of false sense of genuineness in describing Instagram's environment. It's almost like he had no choice but to do so. It is also worthy to note here that he's sitting down rather than standing up like the video from before. This is a conscious choice that indicates submission, as he's not standing up and taking action, but sitting down and letting it all play out. This is a fascinating change in approach. In addition, throughout this video, you can see that Cody just sits in his chair talking to us at a sizable distance, with occasional zoom-ins on his face that's clearly done during the editing phase. Looking at his older video, however, you can see that he's not afraid to place his head right on the camera like this. Just look at the difference. Totally riveting stuff.
Okay, let's take a look at his profile. Jesus Christ. I'm not sure if I can show any of this, honestly.
If what I've mentioned before wasn't evidence enough that new Cody has been placed behind a filter, this should definitely do it. I mean, that's literally censorship. What more can I say? This is no longer a commentary on YouTube's stricter policy over the years, it is a cry for help. This relates impeccably to all the old jokes. Just think about it. Just think about it. YouTube is known as a place for the new. The algorithm is designed to constantly look for fresh, trending content. Also a symbol for internet culture, YouTube is a breeding ground for memes, which is a viral phenomenon specifically cultivated by kids born in the 90s and early 2000s. Elders, by this standard, are most likely to be spit out or alienated by such a platform. It's as Michael Scott once said, "We, as a society, hate old people." So Cody implanted this joke in his audience's mind and suggested to us the constraints that YouTube's newer policies have placed on him to show that he's feeling sad and rejected by YouTube. You want even more evidence, you say? Just look at his travel video. One repeated motif that seemed to come up literally every second was the phrase blue ass water. Why the word ass when pretty blue water or damn blue water would have also been sufficient? Because ass has a second meaning. Ah, yes. Ass is donkey. And Google the synonyms of water, you'll find words like aqua, sea, ocean, pond, reservoir, pool. Winnie the Pooh. What is the most famous blue ass you know? Eeyore from Winnie the Pooh. Go into Eeyore's Wikipedia page and you'll see that the character is unfortunately pessimistic, gloomy, and depressed. Just like we suspected Cody would be after YouTube's ageist community guidelines. Now I know what you're thinking. Rhonda, this information is all well and good and all, but what about the ending? I mean, look at him. He stands up at the end. And you should probably hold that thought because that directly segues to my last point. He does stand up at the end. Not only does he stand up, but he also dances. Based on the symbolic and subliminal nature of Cody's messages to us, we can deduce then that he's planning an uprising against YouTube, and the standing up is his first call to action, his first warning, his first clue to us, his first middle finger to YouTube, call it what you will. That, or he's just Cody coping.